thing I would say is perfect the model first. So while you still have it, she talked about your personal growth, marriage, and all that. All I'm going to say is I live by better before bigger. So when I mean perfect the model, if you focus on being so great, being so much better, let the demand consume the supply. So when the demand gets high enough and you got to keep supplying it, once your husband sees the results, then it's easy to transition to your job. So perfect the model, test out some things, make sure it's a consistent source of income, and make the business force you to go full time. I'll make this example to you. Motel 6 and the Ritz-Carlton both have beds and both are hotels. You get what I'm saying? But there are small distinguishing factors. So for myself, I'm a speaker, I'm an author, there's tons of them. My difference is I don't throw off on any person. I never talk about what I'm against, I talk about what I'm for.
That's it.
So I put all my attention into that, and my disclaimer to every person is not be thrown off, but I said, what good is a pep rally if the team didn't practice, if the coach don't have a strategy, and if the team is not ready to implement it?
Yep.
So what I give is, I always said ideas and inspiration, but then I got to give you implementation and strategy. That's my difference. So figure out some small thing. I start with the end in mind. So I don't give a speech, I don't write a book, I don't consult author coaching clients, life coaching clients without a strategy. So I'll say to a person, if they need self-confidence, I'll say that. Okay, so what does that look like? So figure out. I noticed that there were so many motivational speakers, there were so many pastors, because I've pastored for years as well too, but they were giving people keys to a house without the address. So my difference is I make sure I have a strategy that gives people something that as soon as they leave, they can do it immediately.
That's what we're doing in this world today.
Really easy action step. The thing that I'm good at is meeting new people. But the trick that I learned is people love to talk about themselves. So use social media. Court people. You do social media courting. Pick one day a week. Let's say it's Sunday. And you're only going to find 10 people that's in the area that you want. If you want them to already have to be reputable, say they have to have more than 1,500 followers. Inbox them and just simply say, I love the things that you're doing. I've been following you, X, Y, and Z. Follow up the following week. Oh my goodness, what you post the other day. You don't have to pay attention to their posts. You're courting them, so when you finally need to ask them for something, they know who you are. So when you comment on them, they'll acknowledge you. If they acknowledge you publicly, you stole some of their followers. You're gaining attention. It's a plan to it. So there is a strategic process, and in a face-to-face setting, the thing that I've learned is every week build rapport. If you know that she's married, every time, how's your husband doing? Whatever she says, if she talks for a long time, take one mental note and follow back up when you see her again. Is how's that going with, and mention that one thing. You built rapport, so now when you need to ask for something, the worst thing is to look at your phone and somebody calls and say, what they want. So don't be that person, but make sure you're being intentional about building a relationship. Say, for instance, there's so many moving pieces around her, from choreography to sound technicians to you name it, and that's with everything. So sometimes you marry your gift until you build it to a place that now you have a business, you learn all the intricate details. So what I would say is if you know that's your gift, once you start investing into it every day, your gift transcends time to make it make sense to you. You don't get paid by the hour, you get paid for purpose or for your gift. So every day invested into that and marry your gift with somebody else, and it'll become clear.
That's it.
I think it's the greatest thing that will ever happen to you. For certain people not to believe it. You might sound weird, but in order for you to achieve anything in business or success, you have to learn to respect your thoughts.
Yes.
And what usually happens with people is their self-esteem is so out of balance, and their confidence, that anything someone says, because you're not convinced yet, you need someone else to validate it. So what normally has to happen is there has to be an inward conversation with yourself that you're so convinced about what it is you're supposed to do that you need people to criticize it, because you'll have to make big decisions. The more money, the more problems, the more opportunity. You have to make big decisions every day. So I'll say to you, so I think you just have to learn to respect your thoughts. Stop asking people before you ask you what you have to say.